Is this a face of a girl that forgot that she was doing a workout this morning? Yes. Yes, it is. But I'm gonna look really cute for today's workout with me video. So every cloud, before anyone shouts at me, I did completely forget that I was doing this video this morning and just like started putting on a full face of makeup, and halfway through I was like, I'm not taking this off. I'm not taking this off. I've got other stuff to do today, so I'm looking a little bit more glam than I usually would for the workout with me, but I feel like we'll just throw in that contrast. If you usually watch my workout with me, then I normally look tired. I'm gonna say tired. I thought I'd start off this morning's workout with me with the little outfit of the day, because I don't feel like I do these enough in my videos in general. I need to get back into doing outfit of the days, but I'm wearing my girlfriend sports top, which I love. I love the sports top. I think it's my favorite because it's actually, for me, I will wear like sports tops that are quite booby. Yeah, this one is probably one of my more like covered up ones. I actually really like the fact that it comes down quite low on me. Obviously my body is shorter than average, so I would say on most people it would be maybe here, but it depends on the size of your boobs as well. So when my boobs are bigger, it definitely like, it is quite stretchy, but it all kind of rides up slightly, I think, to about there. But I think it's a great sports top. It's not a running sports top. If you're gonna run, you need to have something underneath. I have my H&M sports bra. I'm not gonna wear it today because I'm not doing anything high impact, and it also is cutting in here, and I've just put tan on this morning, so I'm not having any more marks. Literally, I've just about got them to heal on my chest. And thank you so much for all of your recommendations on sports bras, because I definitely will be taking those on board. There were some really great suggestions, and lots of you were saying the same thing, so super happy about that. But anyway, then my shorts are from W.E.I.G.H.T.L.O.S.S. I really love these. They're a very Susie colour, that kind of like nudie, cool toned nude colour. I would love these in all different shades of nude. I think I would wear them so much. I love these as well because they're almost like a cycle short underneath, but then you've got the more floaty short over the top, and I just really like that in terms of like, you're quite covered, so if it's like windy and you're running, nothing is on show. And I just think that that's an amazing design that I haven't really seen. Admittedly, I don't spend a ton of time looking at activewear. It's one of the things that I probably spend the least time looking at, but I haven't seen anything like this at the moment, and I really like it, and I just love the colour of it as well. I guess this is probably a common design, but I haven't seen anything in this colour, and this is like my colour palette. I love the black contrast trim, and it has pockets. I have little black shorts from them as well, which are like cycle shorts, but really short. And last night when I was wearing them, I actually realised they have a pocket down the side as well. So yeah, really like their activewear. And I have nothing on my feet today. Like I said, I'm not doing anything high impact, and that is because your girl has hurt her ankle. I actually think it might be shin splints, but just quite severe. Basically, my shins are always a little bit funny as it is, and this week I've run a lot, I've been skipping. Spoiler alert, that is a big part of my routine now, but my legs can normally handle that as long as it's just one of those things a day. But what I did on, I can't remember what day it was, like a couple of days ago, I did my skipping in the morning and then had a shoot in the evening, and for my shoots I tiptoe, and it's always been the way for like the past, say, 3 years since I've started exercising. My legs don't get tired when I tiptoe for shoots or when I'm just trying to like balance in a certain way, but because like 5 years ago when I didn't work out at all, they would just get really tired and I'd just be like, oh my god, I need to sit down. Now I don't get tired, I don't get fatigued, but I think it puts too much strain on my ankles and my shins because I can hold the poses for so much longer now. Oh my god, it's so hot today. I actually just stopped moving for 5 minutes and realised how hot it is. But yeah, so basically I always end up having shin splints in my legs, not after I've run, but after I've been quite active over a week and then done a shoot where I'm like on my tiptoes. So if you want a low impact workout or a kind of apartment friendly workout, this is going to be it for you. Normally I would do a little bit of like jumping. I do like squat jumps with weights and things like that on my mat, but I'm going to try and avoid doing that today unless I feel like my legs can take it. I'm going to try and stick with the not doing high impact because I just know it will be best for me. It is hot today as well, so I'm really glad that I'm not actually doing any cardio because I already have a sweat stash. See, that's going to be even nicer working out in my kitchen, which is even warmer than my bedroom. I might have to crack the Dyson fan out because I got it out for Ryan last night for him to have next to his bed, but I think I'm going to need it in here. I what day did I do a run? I think it was Tuesday, and I was running along the beach, which is normally quite windy and gives you a bit of a breeze, and I still like got to almost like the end of my run. I had to stop slightly early because the sun was coming down on me, but I was also like internally hot, and I was like, I'm not gonna make it the last like 3 meters. I just couldn't. So yeah, low intensity all the way right now. Fan is needed. Fan is needed. I'm actually sweating so bad. This is not good. Come on, baby. This is not a spawn. This is not a spawn. I bought this with my own money years ago. I usually buy it because I normally have people that work for me and they like to actually be cool when they're working. There we go. Oh, that's so nice. This morning I have polished off an iced Nutella latte, courtesy of Chef Ryan. I've got my water over here. I think after my workout I'm gonna make a smoothie as well, so I'll talk you through that because that's been my favorite thing to kind of have around lunchtime. But yeah, I'm gonna film my workout now and I'll kind of try and put on the screen what I'm doing, and I will link to the Instagram accounts that I take inspo from, because I'm obviously not a PT. I feel like I need to say this in every video and I don't want anyone injuring themselves on my account, so I would definitely go and, in addition to kind of watching this and watching what I do, go and watch theirs to make sure that your form is right. I'll link my previous workout with me video because I've kind of talked about the importance of like keeping your core tight when you are doing pretty much everything workout wise, whether it's like legs or arms, like having your core really tense. This is me normally, low-key, and then tense your core, keep that really tight, and whatever I do, whether it's arms or legs, I don't know why I need to demonstrate this, but there we go. It tends to keep me steadier, and then it really works out the muscle that you're actually trying to work out, because sometimes I find if I move my arms, my whole body will move to support that movement, and you don't end up working out exactly the bit that workout is meant to do, if that makes sense. So I'll link previous workout with me so that you can kind of see. But yeah, definitely check out the accounts that I link in the info box below, because these women are amazing when it comes to home workouts. Like, I just love their accounts so much. I feel like today's might be Steph's as the majority, and I love her. She is the sweetest human being, in addition to being like the hottest person I've ever seen and the most insanely fit, and she does really great workouts as well that actually feel like you can do them, and that's why I love her. So I'm going to link her in the info box below. Yeah, I'm going to get on with it. Everything will be linked in the info box that I use, and you can always sub things, like you could use wine bottles instead of those. I'm pretty sure wine bottles actually weigh more. Yeah, I'm gonna link it all below. I'm dead. That has actually really killed me. Sod's law, it's like cloudy now and really cool, but I was sweating, and I don't normally get that sweaty when I work out, so I am definitely gonna have to have a shower now, which is really annoying because I put my tan on, which was wishful thinking really, putting tan on, but I did want to let it like develop a little bit. I put it on really early this morning, so it has developed a tiny bit because I kind of just wanted to be a bit more tan for this video, because I hate like workout wear. Like I just never think it's like as cute as my actual clothes, so I like to be a little bit more tan just so when I watch the edit back I feel a little bit better about myself. But yeah, that was a killer. I did everything in 3 rounds. Hopefully I will have put on the screen what I did. It was an actual killer, but I resisted the urge to do anything like that was impactful on my legs, and they're actually feeling much better this morning. So I think I have Nala here with me now, and I'll be able to take her for a walk later today. So hopefully I'll get my 10,000 steps in, which would be great. Hello, would you like to go for a walk today? Would you? No, she probably actually wouldn't. She's the laziest dog in the world. She needs a little bit more exercise. You're gonna do a workout with me, yeah? She feels very heavy when I pick her up now. So yeah, lots of walks this weekend, yes? You can still have treats. It's okay. Literally the sweetest dog in the world. Look at her. Yeah, so I think today is gonna be just like a low impact day in terms of like my cardio. So I'll just do a walk, and I try and aim for 10,000 steps a day, whether I'm running or walking. And if I'm not doing either of those things, then at the moment I'm skipping. Hopefully I'll be able to insert some footage of me skipping just to illustrate. I know you all know what skipping looks like, but hopefully I've got a clip of me skipping from before I botched my legs up. But I'm loving that at the moment because it's just a really quick way to kind of burn some energy, and I like to kind of pop that in as part of like a circuit with my mat workout. Sometimes I do a HIIT workout basically, where I do kind of like X amount of jumps at a time and then rest, and X amount and then rest, and X amount and then rest, a bit like you would if you were on like a treadmill or a bike or anything like that. But I do it skipping in my garden. I'm hoping I'll be able to do it in the kitchen in the winter if I put my old gross yoga mat down that I don't like. I'm not too particular on this floor anyway, so I don't really mind if this floor gets botched up, because I'm definitely going to redo it. It's horrible. Like when you hoover it, it like comes away from the floor. I'm not too bothered about whether it gets rinsed, but I will put a yoga mat down. But hopefully it will be like a sustainable activity for me in the winter as well, because that would be goals when I can't get out to run or walk. Like doing a long walk when it's like peeing it down my brain is not ideal. So I'm hoping it's something that I continue into the winter. And I'll show you my skipping rope, because I actually got one that like counts how many you've done and in time, which you guys will know if you have watched me for any length of time. I'm quite motivated by numbers basically. Like I really like to know when I've walked. I started off with my health app by measuring steps, but now I actually look at like the distance, and I'll track the distance that I've done, especially if I'm running, because I don't have an Apple Watch yet. I think I'm gonna get one for my birthday. But I track the distance that I do, and I also track the time so that I can kind of try and have a personal best type of thing. I'm one of those people. But yeah, it tracks the amount you've done, the time you've done it in, but it also tracks your calories as well. I try not to look at that too much, but yeah, I can do like 50 in a row now, whereas when I first started I was literally doing 2, 5. Like it was really poor, because obviously I literally hadn't skipped in such a long time. I do it on the grass in my garden as well, because then it's a lot more low impact on my feet, and I always wear my trainers and like my actual like cushioned trainers to try and support as well. But yeah, that is what I've been doing on my in-between days. I actually have more rest days now than ever before, and it's really lovely. I actually think it's been doing me so much good to have like more intense days where I kind of do more in a shorter amount of time and try and make my workouts really efficient. Because I'm not dragging it out, I really go for it. Today was not a great example of that, because I actually did need to break. When I stopped filming, I actually had like a 10-15 minute break before I did my last round of everything, and I went onto the W.E.I.G.H.T.L.O.S.S website, ordered myself some bits, because I was just like, I really can't do this, it's too hot. But normally I kind of blitz everything, and I've been eating much healthier as well. I found I would say I like do a high intensity workout maybe 2-3 times a week, and the rest of the week I just try and be really like well active. But I actually do have whole days now where, like at the start of lockdown, I was trying to do like a 5k walk like every single day, and it was doable because it was low intensity. It was just a walk, it wasn't a run, so really like nice and gentle on my body, and it was sustainable. But I actually have found my body looks a little bit different, and I would say a little bit better in my opinion, with just working out slightly less and giving myself those rest days. That's been really nice. So I maybe do like kind of around 5,000 steps on an average day where I'm like moderately active. It is annoying me because it's brought my average steps per day down and my average distance per day down, but I'm just ignoring that. This is why the health app is really bad for me, because I love like improving. But yeah, that's kind of how things are working out at the moment. So it's kind of a mat workout 2 to 3 times a week. I would say I do skipping maybe about twice a week, and my runs I try and do as often as I can, but I try and be quite conscious of like the fact that I don't think running for my body is particularly sustainable, so I mix it with walking and I just kind of do what I can. So that has pretty much been it for my workout routine lately, but I definitely think the skipping has massively helped because I burn quite a lot of energy in a small time frame, so it's much more efficient, and skipping is so good for you. Like, it works out your whole body. I got this off Amazon, so I'll link it in the info box. But yeah, now I need to have a shower, I think. So I just want to get, weirdly, I need to clean my house, but I want to be clean before I clean my house because I don't know. I know I should probably do it the other way around, but I don't want to, I feel sticky. I also made this yesterday and I'm so excited. I know you shouldn't really keep cake in the fridge, but it's been so hot, I just felt a bit weird about having it out. This, guys, is a vegan lemon drizzle cake made by myself. Ryan had a bit for breakfast this morning. That was not me. It looked slightly better yesterday when it was whole. I think I have a clip of it. I'll insert it. But I think I'm gonna try a bit. I tried a little bit this morning, but I'm gonna try like a whole chunk today. And if it gets the green light from me, I will probably make another one, maybe at the weekend, and I'll show you guys how I did it. But yeah, I think I am going to shower, change, because I just feel so sticky right now, and then I'm going to chat to you quickly about my weight loss, because a lot of you have been asking me to talk about this and I just wanted to sit down and have a chat. So I'll be back with you in a few minutes. I've changed. I'm in a white floaty dress just whilst my tan is kind of like drying. It dries really quickly, but I just don't want to like put anything on it straight away. I am super hungry, so before I chat with you, I'm actually going to make myself a smoothie, because you know when you are so hungry that you just can't think straight, like it feels like my stomach is like eating itself. So I'm gonna make a smoothie. So I've got blueberries, kale, some protein powder. This is like vanilla flavor and it's actually really nice. Almond milk. Oh, and then some porridge oats to fill it out. Normally we have bananas as well, but we have run out, which is so sad. And I don't even have an avocado. Sometimes I substitute because avocados are like a similar consistency once you blend them and they help thicken things. But I normally like a banana or an avocado to thicken. I've come to the conclusion that I will never be as good as Ryan at making these, but it's a good enough lunch. And the thing I really love about having a smoothie as a lunch is really, I don't know what the word is. Sad? I don't know. I can work and drink at the same time. I can't work and eat at the same time. So when I'm like doing my emails from my laptop and anything on my laptop in general, I can sit and literally like use the straw. Hello, I'm sitting down, I've had my lunch. I'm feeling a little bit less crazy. Does anyone else get really crazy when they're like super hungry? Because I do, it's not cute. I even feel like now I'm still struggling to kind of like formulate a sentence, but I'm also nervous because I wanted to talk to you about my weight loss, which is something that I've never really, I don't think I've ever put in the title of a video, even like my previous fitness routines, but I'm going to do that this time because I think that it is searched for and people DM me. Literally, I can't tell you how many DMs I get every single day saying, I can't find anything about your weight loss. Can you talk to me about your weight loss? How did you lose so much weight? And I do get really fearful that in talking about my weight loss, it might be triggering for some people. So that is why, even when I get DMs, that person might not tell me that they have an eating disorder. They might not know themselves that they have an eating disorder. So even when I receive DMs, I don't even like to reply privately about anything or answer any questions too directly because I don't want to be fueling that. And so that is why this chat is so difficult for me, because I understand there are some of you that want to know about my weight loss, and there are some of you that really don't want to know about my weight loss. You don't even want to see what I eat in a day, because they aren't good for you, and I totally respect that. And so that is why I want to start this chat off as this is not a weight loss program that I am going to talk to you about. This is not how to lose weight. So if you are here for how to lose weight, I know on a video titled talking about my weight loss, this is not going to be the video for you. How I lost weight is by loving exercise in varying forms, and that's not exercise in every form. I hate spin, hate cycling, don't like bikes of any kind. Like, they could disappear off the face of the planet and I would not care. I don't like sports. I don't really like swimming. I don't like water. I'm a beach baby, but not a water baby in any way. So exercise that you love. I love low intensity cardio. It's super sustainable for me, super easy, it's free. Like, there is nothing better for me than walking, and I know a lot of people find it super boring. My friend Brooke actually walks and reads books at the same time. I don't know how she does it. I don't recommend. In the interest of health and safety, I don't recommend. I've got friends that listen to podcasts, I've got friends that listen to music. I personally love listening to music and kind of going off into my own little world, and I can do that in a gym, on a treadmill, but more recently I've obviously been doing that outside. I do like the element of like control you have in a treadmill and the logging of like your distance, and that's why I really like running as well, because I like seeing if my time is improving or I can go a little bit further, but my body generally doesn't respond as well to running long term, so I'm trying to like balance that. And that is what I would say the past 2 years have really been, everything being well balanced, so I don't deprive myself of anything. I would say the only time I would really do that is if I know I want to look so great and I don't want to wake up one day with a face like filled with like salty food, you know, where you eat something really salty and your like eyes are all puffy. If I've got like something important for work, I will eat healthier. If I've got a big shoot, I will eat healthier in the week before and make sure that I feel like my 100% best, because when I look after myself, I feel mentally really great. And for me, it's not like a long-term thing, that's like a little short-term thing, but long-term balance is so important, moderation is so important. And I think because I after a while managed to nail that, that's why I'm seeing very positive changes at the moment. The start of 2018 was very minimal change really in terms of my diet. It was just eating foods that I enjoyed versus foods that me and someone else semi-enjoyed, because our diets and what we preferred was very different. So that was just me getting back into liking food. Still hated cooking so much, still hate cooking to be honest, but I really got into going to the gym, and that was something that didn't really exist before, beyond going to see my friend who was a PT, and that helped me massively when I was suffering with anxiety, because it got me out of the house and into a safe environment where I felt comfortable, because it was one-on-one in a private studio. That was fab, and it taught me all of the basics about your form and how to do things right, and just gave me this really good base knowledge of fitness, so that when 2018 hit, I could go into a gym and I could do all my cardio, and I could also do my weights without feeling concerned that I was doing the wrong thing. Like, I've never really experienced that in the way that I know so many of you feel. I know because you DM me that sometimes you feel that way because you're really fresh to a gym, and lots of gyms, by the way, do free PT initiations, so I would 100% always take them up on that. It's so worth doing, because even just saying like, I'd really like to learn how to do things, but also can you watch my form and just make sure that I'm doing everything right, so that going forward when I'm on my own, I know the things to check for and the things to like really make sure that I'm kind of like keeping an eye on. 2018 was pretty much just about getting into a routine, and it was very slow. So to begin with, it was once a week, and then it was both days on the weekend, and then it was, oh, I'm just going to do a few days in the week and the weekends, and then it was like, I'm gonna go every morning because it's fun. My assistant used to come with me, and we both go to the gym and then we go to work. Just getting into that routine of exercising very regularly was so good for me. I do think towards the end I got a little bit too obsessed, and there would be days where I'd like maybe be a bit ill and still try and like go to the gym and exercise, which I do not do anymore. I do not push myself if I'm feeling unwell, and I've learnt my lesson with that, because you stay ill for so much longer and it's just not good for you. It doesn't help in terms of how your body looks. There is no benefit to it in any way. So 2019, I definitely found a better balance, and I was balancing going to the gym very regularly. I'd say like 5 days a week I was aiming for, with 2 rest days, balancing that between eating much healthier, and that kind of got healthier and healthier as the year went on last year, and there was a point where I went vegan, but because of the amount, like exercising the 5 days a week, that did not work for me. So I quickly, after a month I think, switched back to veggie. It was also very difficult because I was traveling as well. So then I met Ryan and we go to the gym together. At first we'd go to our separate gyms, which were like across the road from each other, and then we would sometimes go to each other's gyms, and so it got into a really nice coupley routine. And Ryan is also vegan and loves his food, which was definitely an adjustment for me to begin with, because food was still very like, I'll take it or leave it. I just make whatever's quick, whatever's easy, because I don't like cooking. Whereas now we could spend so much time cooking together because it's more of a thing. I still don't enjoy doing it on my own. So yeah, 2019, I feel like we found a really good groove together, and me and my friends would also go to the gym together, and it's just really nice. I feel like I have a group of people around me that enjoy being very active, even if it's in different ways. So for example, Lauren loves walking, my friend Brooke loves like weightlifting. Like I watch the things she does and I'm like, how are you doing this? Me and Ryan kind of like doing different things in the gym, so we go together but not doing the same things. So I feel like I've got a good motivational group of people around me, but that aren't pushers. Like we're all just like, let's go for a nice walk, and then there's a pub lunch at the end of it. It becomes a bit more social, but also very much integrates into your lifestyle as opposed to being a chore. And I think that's so important in terms of having a healthier lifestyle. I also feel like I should caveat that none of this that I was doing was particularly to lose weight. I actually started in 2018 because I just wanted to be a bit more healthy and feel a bit better about myself, because I knew that cardio was something that I wasn't really doing because I really wasn't going anywhere ever at all. Working from home, I was so aware of how my lifestyle had changed, and I wanted to kind of get back into being fitter for my like shopping to not like hurt when I was like lugging it around, just to make my life a little bit easier. I just wanted to be a bit more fit. I wanted to be able to run for a train without feeling like I was going to die. So it was just kind of started off being like that, and then things were a bit rocky, and I kind of got into doing it as like, I found it was stress relieving, and that massively helped me. And I think that was what really started to make it quite routine, because I was in a really awful toxic relationship where it was routinely bad. So I was routinely going to the gym to like work out my stress, and it helped me to mentally process. I find a lot of my problem solving is done on a treadmill. Like if I have a problem, if I want to come up with a creative idea, one of the best ideas I've ever had, which I don't think you'll see for a really long time, but that came from being on a treadmill. And there have been so many wonderful video ideas and creative ideas and birthday plans and stuff like that that have come to me when I'm on a treadmill. And April was when I feel like I started to really feel a difference, and I started to feel really, really great. And no one else really noticed, so I didn't really think anything of it, and I just carried on just loving life, my gym life. And then it got to like September 2018, and I'd go to events and everyone would be like, you look so different, have you lost weight? And I'd just be like, I don't know. I didn't know because I don't have scales. I'm not the kind of person that should have scales. So yeah, it wasn't a weight loss thing, it was a lifestyle thing. I wanted that to be my lifestyle. I wanted to be one of those people that went to the gym and feels really good about themselves. And like, I don't know, I just had this vision in my head of the kind of person that I wanted to be, and I wanted to be a person that went to the gym. I feel like James Clear talks about this in his book. It's called Atomic Habits. You like visualize yourself as a person who does something, you're more likely to actually go and do something. So I feel like when I was losing weight, it was very, very slow. To begin with, I think my body just looked a little bit less bloated, and that made me feel amazing. That in itself, I would have taken that and just been like, yeah, 100% I feel less bloaty, fab, because I always used to eat the saltiest foods, and I'd overeat all the time, and so much sugar and so much like, just so much food basically. But I felt great to begin with. And then I went to an event and someone mentioned, they were like, your chest looks really different, have you lost weight? And I was like, I don't know. I'd not even thought about it, I'd not even noticed it. And then from there, I remember my face just kind of looked the same up until it got to a point where I was watching vlogs back, and it just looked very different, and I couldn't really put my finger on what that difference was, because obviously it's such a slow progression, and I make videos so often that it's really hard to see change. To me, it feels like from like 2018 to now, it's been such a slow progression, because it has been more of a lifestyle change than a program or a, I want to lose weight. It's just me living my life and really enjoying exercising, but also enjoying my food and socializing, and it all just like comes together really beautifully. But yeah, I feel like it was a really long progression, and more recently I feel like I've also seen changes. My routine has obviously been so different this year because I've been at home so much. So the start of the year was just kind of my normal routine, a little bit normal. I think I was quite poorly at the beginning of the year, so I definitely didn't like exercise as much, and I was really excited after January and all my travels, and like I had a little bit of time off just to get back into my groove. And then lockdown happened and I was like, wow, I can't go to the gym, this is so different, like I'm not socializing as much, like especially to begin with. It was like an hour of exercise outdoors a day, and I was thinking, well, that's nowhere near as much activity as I'm normally doing. So I'm normally rushing around for work and I'm normally going to the gym, and that's like half an hour, but that's very intense, like incline walking. And I was like, where is the nearest hill? Like what is going, how do I do the same thing but not at the gym? And it got to the point where I was like, maybe I just don't need to try and replicate my gym workout. Maybe I should try something new. And so once again, I made my activity part of my lifestyle. Ryan and I would go for really nice walks together, and I just kind of track whether it was a 5K. Like I said, I love tracking things. So over the past 2 years when I've been doing my treadmill stuff and all of my stuff at the gym, I have been tracking like how many kilometers I can do in how much time and stuff like that, and I know how long it should take me to do X amount, and I'd always try and do it a little bit quicker, or I don't know, make things a bit harder for myself, like really try and work out a certain muscle group whilst I was doing those walks. And then I also started introducing like 5K walks, which I think what I would normally do on the treadmill would be around 2.5, but it was on an incline, so I decided to kind of aim for a 5K and just get used to walking that much. And I was like, maybe at some point I'll end up just like running a bit of it, and I've just realized my run is a 5K run, but I like run the first half and then walk the second half because not that fit yet. I have actually found that in doing the mat workouts more regularly, I have come to start enjoying them a little bit more. I definitely think that the addition of my skipping rope like helped so much. Stop licking me. It helped so much because it's something that I really enjoy. Again, it's cardio. I think I always enjoy cardio a little bit more than weightlifting so much, but I really enjoy the resistance band workouts. I like doing workouts that are more agility based because I think they help my coordination and my overall body. Like it's more of a full body than targeting a specific area. But I do obviously see the value in everything together, and I think that is what I have learned the most in lockdown, is the importance of variety and keeping your exercise really varied. And I don't stick to any kind of schedule really now. I'm not saying like, oh, Tuesdays I run, or like 3 days a week I do like this specifically. Like if I wake up and I'm like, oh, I was gonna run today but actually I want to walk, like I will do that. If I wanted to walk like every day of the week and not do any mat workouts, the kind of schedule I've given you is so rough, and some weeks will just be like walking, some weeks I'll just run with no mat workouts, some days I'll be doing mat workouts but I won't do the full shebang of cardio. It all depends on the situation, the weather, how I'm feeling in myself. And I think that variation and diversity in my workouts has been so important. Even with the mat workouts, I don't do the same thing every time. There are moves I love and I do more as fun because I enjoy them, but I do really try and switch up my workouts every time so that I'm kind of working out slightly differently and I'm not just doing the same thing, which when I was going to the gym, I was doing my same cardio every single day and it was very easy and very safe, and I just kind of knew the drill with it. So I understand it, like my body does look very different to even like this time last summer. Even though I haven't lost weight, it just looks different, and I think it's because it's toned differently over the past few months because I've been working out very differently. Oh, another very important thing that I would like to talk about is my eating schedule has actually increased. So everyone at the moment is asking me like, what diet are you on, what are you doing, what's your weight loss secret? And I'm like, I'm eating more and I actually think I'm working out less. And there are so many PTs that I know kind of talk about that. They're like, actually no, you can eat more. And I've always thought like, surely not, like surely not. But actually I don't think, to begin with, I haven't really touched on diet this whole chat really, like very vaguely. Through my work, because things are crazy sometimes, we're like on flights, off flights, things are very busy, and sometimes you just go through weeks where it's like the week of hell, and we're obviously never going to show you the week of hell because it's not entertaining and we're not fun. But you will go through times where you are so busy, and I think we all get to this point in like our office jobs or our careers in general where you will have weeks where you're just like, it's 5 o'clock and I haven't had lunch, like what is going on today? And it's not something that you purposely do, but it is definitely something that comes into like a very intense work environment, or an intense work ethic, I would say, in my situation, because I'm a perfectionist and it really doesn't bode well for me. Like, I will get so into something that I will just forget to eat. That could be work, or that, to be fair, that could be a Saturday if I'm sat playing The Sims. I could forget to eat, but I would say that over the last year there have been more skipped meals than ever. Like, now I actually track it. I use Clue, the period tracker app. Some of you might know that I've had really irregular periods over the past couple of years, but I've actually been tracking when I skip like a lunch, and it's been really good as a way of like making sure that I am more conscious of it. Lockdown in general though has been much better because there is more time, so this is something that I'm definitely going to be bringing with me as we come out of lockdown and back into like normal life, is the importance of me having a more routine eating schedule, because I'm actually seeing how beneficial it is. I don't think I was ever under eating, but I think my eating schedule was very messed up, and your body likes regular food, like your body likes that. So I think that's played a really important part during my lockdown life, is actually I've been eating more regularly, and my workouts have obviously been so much more varied. So I think those two things basically throughout lockdown have resulted in me just feeling really great and really feeling like healthier than ever. I think it'll be interesting to see how things work out long term, because obviously when you make changes like this, they don't show straight away. So I'm really interested to see how things develop in my lifestyle from here, how my exercise routine develops. Basically, I feel like it's just really important to hit home that you don't have to have like a really strenuous exercise routine or have a specific diet. You can be eating a really good amount and exercising, and you can look great. I'm not here to promote a weight loss program. Like, I am just literally here saying like exercise should be your lifestyle, like you should enjoy it, you should enjoy your food. And I think long-term changes make the most sustainable impact, and I think that's why I've seen such positive changes to my body over the past 2 years, because bear in mind 2 years is such a long time. So many people are like, I'm gonna do this in 6 weeks. Like, I understand like PTs doing 6-week transformations, but actually I don't think they're a healthy thing to promote. And I say this, and I love my PT friends and I love what they do, I love what they've taught me over the years, I have so much respect for them, but I do think that tiny part of that culture is not something that I personally agree with. I am open to other people explaining like the positives of it. There might just be something I'm overlooking, but I do think we see a lot of like small period of time transformations, and I don't think it's the healthiest thing to promote. I've changed so much in the past 2 years, and it's down to really, really sustainable lifestyle changes. For anyone that's wondering, because I know I have talked about my irregular periods in this video and in previous videos, Vlogmas, I had to have tests about it, which were all fine, but that is now currently not an issue. And I do think that that slower pace of lifestyle, less stress, less rushing around, has been so good for me. And I also think those are very important factors to take into how my body looks at the moment as well, because your stress and your happiness affect your body, and it also affects how you see your body as well. I think the way we see ourselves and the way we look is definitely a representation of our whole lifestyle and not one element. So it's not just your diet and it's not just your fitness. There's a whole holistic view that you have to take on health and fitness. When someone DMs me and says, what's your weight loss secret, or can you talk about your weight loss, even like for me to respond to them personally would take me so long to write all of this out. So I'm so sorry if you DM me and I send you a link to this video. I hope you've made yourself a cup of tea. I might have to pre-warn people. It's not a simple answer. Even making like the smallest changes to your routine make long-term impacts in the long run, but that you don't see immediately. It's like if you start practicing an instrument for an hour every day, you're not going to suddenly be like fantastic overnight, but you know, 2 years down the line you could be amazing. And I think that we need to play a longer game with our health and kind of take a step back and look at the bigger picture and look at the why we're doing it, rather than things being like a 6-week shred, if that makes sense. The irony is not lost on me that I am making workout videos, but also within this workout video saying that I feel uncomfortable. It's not so much people commenting on my body in terms of like, oh, you're looking really healthy or whatever is fab, but I feel very uncomfortable with the can you tell me how to lose weight comments, because I think there's certain comments that I feel like are more of a they come from more of a healthy place. Like, I would love to know what your workout routine is. But basically there are a lot of comments that are people asking me to tell them how to lose weight, and it's something that I don't feel comfortable with. That's not what I do in any way, shape or form, and that is mainly what I wanted to talk about today. That is not ever something that I'm going to give you. I think once you get to a certain point with health and fitness, it becomes less about the weight element and it just becomes more about how you feel in yourself and how much it makes you feel great. And the endorphins are real, and don't let people tell you that they are not real, because they are 100% real. I always feel absolutely fab after a walk, a run, or anything. So fab. Even if I want to like give up in the first 5 minutes, you've got to push through. So that is my long rambly chat, getting some things off my chest, just kind of like trying to give you guys some insight into how I feel in myself now, but how I have felt in myself in the past, and where I think I may not have always been so healthy, because I don't necessarily think that my routine over the years has always been perfect. And that's why I generally, up until very recently, have kind of stepped away from talking about fitness as much as people wanted that content so much. It's why I've been very, very reserved with talking about it, because I was so aware that it wasn't necessarily a routine that I felt was truly healthy. I mean, even now, I don't think anyone's routine is perfect, and we could argue that this is too much of this and that's too much of that, but I think my routine is much more well-rounded now, and I'm excited to see how things change for me going forward. I might gain a bit of weight, I might bulk up, I might stay the same. I don't really know what's going to happen, and who does, but all I know is that I'm really enjoying doing what I'm doing right now, and I'm really enjoying really taking care of my body. It does so much for me, and it feels so good to just really be taking care of her for the first time in what feels like a very, very long time. So at the end of the day, I don't want to be anyone's inspiration. That's not why I do these workout videos, and that's not what I'm here for. For those of you who are bored of your current like fitness routine and just want some extra ideas, this is for you. But yeah, I'm not here to be anyone's like inspiration for weight loss. That's not why I do this. I want to be someone's inspiration for like looking after yourself and like caring for yourself in the most wonderful way. But yeah, I'm so sorry to those of you who DM me asking for like weight loss plans or how to lose weight, because that's not what I'm here for, and I don't think that's what I'm ever going to be here for. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. How do you sign off a video that's potentially an hour long? I don't even know. I hope you guys are all doing really, really well, and I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.